special video today. Binary. I'm going to be explaining how binary works, and the reason I decided to make this is PotentialGames has just hit 400 views in 6 months, which most of the time we didn't actually have many videos. We only had those first 3 redstone guides for quite a few months, so I'd just like to thank all the people that support us. So, what is binary? Most commonly, people will know it. This is decimal. It's base 10 basically. So let's do this. Let's write decimal, and that can be base 10. So 10. Then we've got binary, and this is base 2. And we'll put a 2 there. So with decimal, 10, 10 is equal to 10, because in each digit, so for instance if we write the number 254, it's got 3 digits. It's got 2 hundreds, 5 tens, and 4 ones, or units, whatever you taught. So that's how it works, and we know that. We know that in each digit we can go from 1 to, oh wait, no, 0 to 9. So we've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oh, and 8, 9. So we've got 10 digits, and that's why it's base 10, because in each digit we can have up to 10 different numbers. Now the way binary works is because it's base 2. If we just go over to this side. So wait, we'll try and do the same thing. So let's choose a number in binary. So I'm going to choose 1011. Actually, I'll just make it 3. So what do we have here? If this were decimal, it would be 100 0 tens and 1 or 1 unit. But in this case, it's actually 1 4 0 2s and 1 1 or unit. So the way you do this is you add them up. So in the same way we add the 200s and the 5 tens and the 4 ones to get 254. We add up these, so we've got 1 4, 0 2s and 1 unit. So 4 plus 1 equals 5. So 101 equals 5 in decimal. Okay. So that means that in each digit you can have 0 to 1, meaning that you can only have 0 or 1. You can't choose from any other things. That means that whereas 10 in decimal equals 10 because it's base 10, 10 in binary equals 2 because it's base 2. So 1 0, that's 1 2, 0 1s equals 2 equals to 2. If we do the same thing in decimal, we've got 10, we have 1 10, 0 1s equals 10. So that's the basic concept behind it. Now the reason that this is important, because you're probably thinking, why do I need to know how to count with like base 2? It's because things like computers only understand two states, and this can be represented using redstone, because that's how computers work. They're wired. That's why people can make computers in Minecraft, because they use wires. This is 0. This is 1. I'll just get us some light. So if something is in the state of 0, it means it is off. This is off. Something is in the state of 1, it is on. So the way computers read numbers is they look for ons and offs. So that's okay, we can repair that. So I'm gonna get a door. We're gonna make a 3-digit number in binary. Now all of these doors are closed. And the way you figure out what each digit is equal to in binary, so we could just, there is an infinite number of doors, in the same way that in decimal you can just keep adding more digits. You can of course do this in binary as well, so I shouldn't punch the top of the door. If you punch the bottom, it doesn't drop anything. But we'll get some signs again, so the first digit, equals 1. So if we have 201, there are 1 ones at the end. So, and that first digit right at the end, so the 1 is always equal to 1. And I'm pretty sure all systems, so it's the same with binary. First digit equals 1. If you have 1211, there are 1 ones. So it's the exact same idea. In decimal, to get the next one, you times by 10. So if you have 210, you have tens. So there are 1 tens. And the way that you find this is the first digit, which is 1, you multiply that by whichever type of number system it is, so times the 1 by 10 to get tens, and that's your next one. If you times that by 10 you get hundreds, which is your next digit, so it continues on the same way. You just keep timesing by 10, so it goes 1, so we've got 1, 10, 100. Actually this is going backwards, I should go the other way. You've got 1, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions, etc. So you get the idea. To do it with decimal, you do the exact same idea. So if we use the same example, 1011, the second digit is equal to 2, because, as you can see, there are 1 2s. And that's because you times the first number, which is 1, times 2, or I should say 1 times 2, like that. And then for the next digit it's 2 times 2, which is 4. So it goes 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, next column, 32, 64. And you recognize that some of these numbers from Minecraft, like 16, 64, these are all the stack numbers because they use binary. They don't specifically, but they're based off the same principle. 256, 512. Each digit multiplies that like that, whereas this one is 1, 100, 1000, 10,000, like that. So you need a lot more digits to get a lot lower numbers than with decimal. But that's all that computers can do. They can't understand what that is. They go, means nothing to me to have 22. instance, if you wanted to write out the number 12. So computer sees 1, yep, 2, oh, what's this? There's no state that's 2, 1, there's 0, and there's 1, but I don't see a 2, can't, it just doesn't exist. So you would write that in binary, you would have the highest number that's in the sequence that we wrote before that can fit in, so in this case 8, then the next highest, which is 4, and then we've already got 12, so we don't need to have 2 or 1, they can both go away, and we don't need any higher ones like 16 because that doesn't fit in. So write 8 and 4, we go, wait, I'm writing it the wrong way, sorry, 1, 1, 0, 0, because it's, the first one is equal to 8, the second one is equal to 4, third one is equal to 2, but there are none, and the fourth one is equal to 1. So the way you read it is, have I done that right? Yeah, you read it the same way as you would a regular number. You wouldn't read, like, even though you don't read it 9, 10, 200, you read 219, you still have to add on the units first and then the tens. So in this case you just keep counting up, so you go, okay, 1, no 1s, 2, no 2s, and yes there's a 4, yes there's an 8, so this is equal to 12. So let's make some numbers. So this is equal to 1, this digit is equal to 2, and this one is equal to 4. Meaning that from just these 3, we can get up to 1 plus 2 plus 4, which is 7. This is 1, then we have 2, then we have 1 plus 2, which is 3, then we've got 4, which is its own digit, and we've got, close enough, then if we add a 1 to that, we get 5, then we get 6, and then 7 if we have all 3, so 1, 1, 1 is equal to 7 because it's 1 plus 2 plus 4. Whoa, what's my mouse doing? Okay, so now we can use something a bit more interesting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the doors. And obviously this doesn't actually have anything to do with this game in particular, but it's a good example of it because it can use thing. So actually, since one more, I think. Yes, let's get our lever. So since upside down levers have been added, we can use that. So now, if we get 1, the light will turn on. And that's how we know that that one has been activated. So I'm going to do that for all 3 of these. And then we are going to build a way to turn our decimal numbers into binary numbers using a decoder. Okay, and then we can add our... I think I'm just hitting the lever instead. And so we're just going to stick with 3 for now. Extend out our redstone lines. So because with only 3 places in binary, 3 digits, we can only reach a maximum number of 7, like we were looking at before with the doors. So the way you want to make this is this one actually goes one further. Yeah, that's correct. And then you can do these every 2, so we're going to make 7 of these, and then we can extend them if we need to. So generally you would do these for like the other way around. You would want to decode binary into decimal, but to do that you'd no, you can't do that, sorry. Don't know where I was going with that. So we've got 4, and that's a good start, so that's how you do it. Fail. So this is 4, this is 3, this is 2, that's 1. Then we place some dust, and then we place some more dust. So you just want to cover all of these. So in Minecraft, you need to use binary to make calculators, because the only way to use basic on-off wiring to make a calculator is to use full adders, which, yeah, they will only recognize on or off. If you hit a button that's labeled 5, it'll go, doesn't mean anything to me, I can only choose off, on or off. So the way you want to program this is, yes sir. This is 1. We need to place a torch on the lines that will equal to 1, so come on, that's cheating. Now if we flick this lever, which is the 1 lever, and I'll label it, where will I label it? To the left. It's equal to 1, or in binary, 1. We've got 2, or 1, 0. And you can say it as 10, but I think technically it should be 1, 0 and 1, 1, and then 4 is 1, 0, 0. So we've got our numbers here. If you flick the 1 lever, and then we look at it from this side, what's illuminated? So we've got the 1 up, the 2 isn't, the 4 isn't, so it's equal to 1. So we've now converted our decimal, which is 1, to binary. And we can do this with 2, so the lines that need to be illuminated for 2 are this one, and I'm going to choose that so that it doesn't do the same thing as before. Now, we flick the 2 line and head over to here. 1 isn't up, 2 is up, and 4 isn't up, so it's equal to 2. And then you can do this for 3, so I'm also going to go ahead and do 4 now. Cheaty blocks. If you give a piston a 1 tick pulse, it will not be a sticky piston. Okay, so we've got 1, which is 0, 0, 1. 2, so we've got 0, 1, 0. Now we've got 3, which is 0, 1, 1, because there's 1 plus 2, no 4, so does 1 plus 2 equals 3. And then we've got 4, so no 1, no 2, but a 4, so it's equal to 4. And that's 1, 0, 0. Okay, so at first, this is kind of difficult to figure out, but it's just, it mostly relies on addition and your ability to figure out what you need to add. So the best way to do it is to just go, okay, choose a number. So I'm going to choose 20. It's a pretty basic number. Think of the biggest binary numbers that can go into it. So think if you 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. So 16 is the biggest. Then think, what's the next smallest? So 8, no 8. 4, yes, we can put a 4, and then we can't put a 2 or a 1 in because we've reached 20 already. So then think, okay, 16 and 4. So you always start numbers with a 1, because that's like me writing this, so 32. The first 3 numbers aren't necessary. It still says 32, but we don't need to put zeros in the same way that we don't need to go 1 through 1. So those first 4 zeros aren't necessary. they don't add anything, but it doesn't make it incorrect. But either way, we'll start off with 1, and 1 equals 16 in this case. So then think, what's the next one? 8? There's no 8s. And what's the next one? 4? Yes, we've got a 4 over there, as you can see on the side of the left. Then no 2s, no 1s. So 16 in decimal is 10100. I mean 20, sorry. So let's try another one. One more and then that should be it. So let's try a bit of a harder one. 58. Okay, so I think 64, no, that doesn't go in. 32 does. Let's see, so 32 plus 16 is the next biggest. So that's 48, so yes, 16 does. Now does 8, so 48 plus 8 equals 56, so yeah, 8 does. And then 56 plus 4, just a second. Just because I really don't want to stuff up this addition, I am going to check. I want to calculate. Okay, so you can't put a 4 in because there's only 2 digits left to put in. I mean, not 2 digits. 2 ones left to put in because we're already at 56 now, so no 4. We can put a 2 in and then no 1. So this is our numbers. So we start with 1. Oh, just a second. I'll move to here so you can still read this sign. So we always start with a 1. Then the next highest number is 16, which we can put in. Then the next one is 8, which we can. No 4s, then a 2, and then so 58 in binary is 111010. But to start with, like, good one is to start with like 3. So what fits into this one? It's 2 and 1, which gives us 2, 1. Then we've got 5. So we've got 4, no 2s, and then a 1. I mean 4 and then 1, and so we get 101. So yeah, it's just like that. I can't think of anything else that should be added. Yeah, I can't think of anything else to say. So if you have any questions or queries, I do understand. I do have a pretty good understanding of binary, so I'm happy to try and help. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this far if you have. It can be a pretty boring topic, but at the same time it's very interesting to turn a number system that we're so used to, which is decimal, and just make it a different number system. And there is a number system for every base number, so I mean, another common one is hexadecimal, which is base 16, and in that one 10 is equal to 16, and then there's ternary, which is 10 is equal to 3. So yeah, there's everything. So yeah, this has been fredaraco from PotentialGames, and I will see you next time.